Good evening, everybody, and welcome to another World Forge Wednesday. I am, of course, the Mama Bear, your DM extraordinaire, and we're in ads, of course. But we're live, and we're going to have some fun doing it. And we also have some new chat commands, too. Some new channel redemptions tonight on top of it all. Whew. Plus, I have a sick little bear, so it's not a great time for me. So, yeah, it's not great. It's not fun. It's not a fun time for me at the moment. I got the wrong one open here. Bill Baggins hates. All right, let's go ahead. I'm going to get my stream announcements out here. I love this song. It's one of my favorites. I went back to bed. All right, let's see. Oh, it just went. Yay! It did it. Cool. I love my Frosty Tools. It's the best friend that I ever had. All right, so I think we have everything all shared. I think. I don't know yet. Please hold. That and that there. Okay, we are live and we're gonna have some fun doing it. All right, and of course today was Work Hubby's birthday today. So happy birthday to him. I know he's not in chat right now, but still. Such a good song. I like this. All right, we are live. We're just going to start right in. Hello, hi everyone. It is I, Mama Bear Gaming, and we are live, and we're in for session 5 out of 8 for the World Forge Wednesday sessions that I've been doing. And we're going to go ahead, hop right on in. So tonight, of course, we're going to be discussing some hard guardrails. That does include, particularly with what we're going over with, we're going to be discussing all things magic and gods, the pantheon of Val'Astryx, along with things that us mortals may regret. So without further ado, we're gonna get hopping right on in. So let me get a new thing going here. Bear with me. I have some stuff written down in my... I gotta get my notebooks out because I have not gotten that out yet. Streets of eternity. Oh, oh, Valhalla calling me. The streets of destiny. Whoa, Valhalla calling me. Valhalla calling me. I have my tablet here, so don't judge me, guys. I have my tablet in case I need a refer to anything here. So yeah. Oh my god, there's so much going on here. Why? Sybil, not now. Mommy's working. Hey, get down. I have too much going on around here that I don't need you up here right now. Oh, of course. Come on, open. Open, bae. Open. The streets of destiny. Okay. Alright. I'm just getting my crap together. Bear with me. Bear with me, guys. I'm going as fast as I can go. But tonight we are going to be doing our primary outcome of keeping the magic playable. That's going to go there. We're going to go put this here. Wind and the waves will carry me. As we're removing that too. Come on. Oh, come on. Move it. Move it or lose it. Computer. I wanted to do something. Oh. So cute. So cute, guys. I'm sorry, my dad. My dad and his fiance. It's kind of cute. I don't want to dox him or anything on here. I mean, I wouldn't, but still. But yes, so tonight our primary outcome is to keep the magic playable. Second outcome, of course, is we want to make it so that the gods are useful at one point or another in this campaign. But yes. Oh. I'm getting my notes. Stuff that I should have done already, but we all know how I am. But yes, so our hard guardrails, magic must create consequences, be usable by players at low levels, and it never solves a problem. Also, gods for the session, they are not vending machines. So we just can't go to like the gods for anything and everything. I do ask no modern religion parallels. And of course, I, as the DM, will be approving all divine truths. So, but yeah, how is everybody doing tonight? I hope everybody is having a good time so far. If anything is too loud or too quiet, please let me know and I will go ahead and fix that as well. I would appreciate it. I'm gonna let my crit cast know. Where is my D&D cast? There we go. But yeah, so that's what we're doing tonight. That is what our spiel is going to be about, is depicting magic, the gods, the whole shebang. So, I'm just getting... I have special pens for this so that I can decipher my own notes later on. and everything? Because if I don't, who's going to decide for them for me? No one. That's who. It's just me, myself, and I guess. Oh, ow. But yes, so, we're just gonna go ahead. We're gonna do a quick session review for session 4. So session 4, we covered things like the capitals of the realms that we are going to be adventuring in for the first part of campaign. Oh, what is this? What is this? I'm so sorry. I did not mean to stop stream. I was trying to fix whatever this red box is. Come to find out, it's my shoutouts. So I am so sorry for those that thinking I just ended stream abruptly. I did not mean to. But anyways, back to what I was saying. We were going to be discussing going to briefly summarize the capitals of the realms that we're going to be partaking in. So Threnavar, we have Silveras. It's known as a refuge for those that are seeking. It's a cozy, close-knit community led, well, more enforced by the Order of the Silver Knot. If you recall, we do have a tribal guild leading the lovely space that is Threnavar. Celestfall is in Thrisvale. It's a beautifully dangerous place that is a merchant guild. It has merchants everywhere. So kind of think like a big marketplace kind of deal. It is led by the Arcane Council, and they're trying their best in trying to hide and heal from things that happened in the past. Gravenhold is in Black Weald. They are corrupt, religious, yet watchful civilization. They are ruled by the Emberlight Radiance, which their rules are strict and believe punishments as cleansings. There is another newborn deity that has no name, and the symbol is secret, except for those that believe. And there are safe houses made under the ground for this new deity to protect their followers. If their followers are found and detected, it means very, very bad things. So, Ashwillow is going to be a lovely little starter town that will be in Threnavar. It is a gentle yet resilient place that feels like where you are welcomed kindly. It looks like a small village based off the north shore of England in the ruins of an old castle. So if you think about York, for example, it'd be kind of like that. There is a sanctuary built underneath for those seeking safety. This hidden sanctuary is where the remains of a goddess sleeping. I was half asleep when I was typing this last night, so I do apologize for any typos. And a group of playful goblins who just want to live in peace and have fun. There is a cat cafe called the Cat Folk Tavern that is run by Sybil and Renamonius. There's also an inn called the Openbow Inn that is ran by Krier and Elira Openbaum. There are different traditions and holidays, such as a fairy parade where the fairies are celebrated. Founders Day, where there's events throughout the day and parade and fireworks at the end. Hobelth Day is where people appear to try to make a dwarf blush. And then one festival we have is where the living children are celebrated during the day, and at night the children that are in the spirit realm are celebrated by lighting a lantern boat in the creek of said city. Oh boy. Okay. All right. And we're going to hop right in on how the magic works. Common. Oh, wow. I can't read. How common is magic in daily life? So I usually run a poll right about now for those that are in chat. But seeing that I'm the only one in chat, I might not just do a poll. How common is magic in daily life? I wrote, I'm gonna have to try and decipher my notes because some of this is minuscule. So at least 60 to 70% of soft magic, it's useful, expected, but not heroic. So it's kind of like making sure the lantern doesn't run out of oil at night, or at all, like ever. Turning on the oven with the warm it up and everything. Excuse me. Things of that nature, So that's the soft stuff. Structured magic, I have 10 to 15%. I have notes in here on that one. Let's see. Evil thieves and beggars, never shall we die. Let's see. So for the trained magic, about 10 or 15% of the population can perform structured spell casting. This includes the arcane scholars, clerics, battle mages, guild certified artificers, and council trained casters. This level of magic is regulated, watched, and weaponized depending on the region. So I wrote in here that in Thrysvale, magic is economic power. So you'll go to like the market places and everything, and you see where magical items and stuff and magical services are like the economic power. And then in Blackweld, it's like a religious authority. And everything is like religious, like you cannot perform magic otherwise unless you're, like trained. Kind of thing there. And then I think that it would be a rare and feared, but yet it's structured kind of magic. And if you're the less of 1%, then you're like the ones that perform like not the forbidden magic, like the mythic world like affecting type magic, where that scared me. I did not like that. That scared me so much. It did. Ah, Lyra, no! I'm dropping stuff left and right tonight. Where did it go? Oh, under my feet. Ow. Yes, it is. But yes. My lovely dragon, Lyra Sunfire. I like it. It's that wooden type stuff. Something I could see something like Chetney from Campaign 3 making something like this. I think it's pretty cool. I like it. But anyways, back to what I was doing before I was rudely interrupted by everything happening all at once. Less than 1% of magic users ever touch like that tier of that forbidden mythic magic. it includes things like pre-collapse, like divine, like remnants come up. God fragment sanctuaries are affected. You know, it's something that rewrites fate in a way. And what we call it, we don't call it anything. I can't speak for the life of me. It's hidden in catacombs, whispered between safe houses, and locked behind symbols only believers recognize. So that's the magic there. So, like, if you think about it, what kind of, like, toll, what would it cost for magic? What does magic cost, if anything at all? Like, would it be, like, a physical toll? Like emotional corruption, environmental scars, divine attention, social mistrust, or time pretty much behaving badly, kind of deal. So that's what I think of it when I think about this kind of stuff. But what do you guys think? Do you guys think it could, like, what kind of consequences would this occur in? That would be something I would like to have answered. I mean, I have some of the answers already, but I want to hear from you guys. It's not just my world, it's your guys' world too. Because once this is complete, we, meaning the Critcasts and I, will be starting a homebrew campaign with this world. And for those that do help create this world, we will be also providing lore keepers to that list. I have a bunch already. I have Chris Abbott 91. I have Culty. I have Cry Dragon Lily as like the three big ones. My Hawk was in last week. Trying to think who else. I don't know about anyone else. Those are like the four big ones that stick in my head right now. Let's see. I should not be yawning right now. I should not be yawning. It's too early to be yawning for me. Boom, 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 boom. Excuse me. My nose tonight is unreal. And then, of course, I have Little Bear not feeling great at all either. So that's another piece there tonight, is it's stuff is happening. People are getting sick. Kids are getting sick. My kiddo is getting sick. Excuse me. But yes, so I'm just trying to figure out. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Let me figure this out. Oh, what is this? Ooh. I'm sorry, that is really cool. Sorry, I got distracted. I'm so sorry. But yes, so, that's not what I want. Or is it? No, it's not quite. Nope. But yeah, so that's how I think on who should use magic. Let's see. And then I think about this here on who shouldn't use magic. Some of it I had, like the unanchored spirits. So like people with like fractured souls, unresolved trauma, or recent resurrection. Now, those that do practice and everything because of that, if folks do practice magic while they're going through unresolved trauma or a recent resurrection or, you know, something of that nature, these individuals would be accidental cultist or like a walking anomaly in my eye. Another group that should not be encouraged is anyone that's touched by the Shadow Lords, Ash Compacts, or Forbidden Pact. Casting magic for them would be kind of like a signal flare, and every spell whispers their location, the things that hunt between realms. So there's that there. And then, of course, we go to Blackwild with the Devout of Blackwild's Radiance kind of deal. So in the doctrine in Blackwild, unsanctioned magic is considered heresy. So if you are not like certified or ordained, or you aren't a mage or being monitored or anything, you're kind of considered a cleansing in progress. And then another person or another group would be anyone like casting from desperation, like they're desperate for this to work. That would be like some of those things right there to think about. If you think about someone that tries to cast some desperation, it's the fastest way, really, if you think about it somewhat, to tear reality apart. Is how cities would fall in Val'Astryx. So, of course, what does it cost? Does it cost anything? And if it does, what? So I came up with 4 costs of magic in Val'Astryx. I'm sorry, my nose tonight, man. What the heck? I'm just trying to figure out what's what here. Oh, this is that. Oh, that's Sally. I'm like wondering what the frick? What is going on there for a second? Like, dude. I'm like seeing her hair like sticking right on up and everything. Like, dude, what the heck? But yes, um, everything, if you think about it, is takes a receipt. Um, so magic, of course, doesn't consume mana; it consumes you as a person, but just in different currencies. One would be like low, like vital costs. Like, so for those practicing like low magic, it's like fatigue, nosebleed, tremors if it's used more than it should be. Now, if it was something like high magic, like that world affecting type magic, it could bring on like premature aging, organ failure, arcane scarring, which I described as like visible veins of light or ash, um, that kind of thing there. And then like another one is like an emotional cost. Um, Repeated casting, it slowly flattens someone's emotional range. So, the like veteran casters, if you see, they struggle to feel things like joy or surprise or grief. They become calm, but in a sense, they become too calm. And this is why elder mages feel distant and eerie and kind of somewhat oddly hollow in Val'Astryx. Another cost would be memory cost with the mind. Healing magic tends to steal memories, divination fragments dreams, and teleportation erodes personal timelines. So as people practice magic, healers forget their childhoods, seers can't remember faces, and long distance travelers lose pieces of who they were before. So that kind of thing. And then the final cost would be fate or the soul. So every spell slightly shifts the probability of it working or of it failing. Tiny cast, Bailey register, big magic, of course, like the like mythic magic and stuff. That would leave like an echo. And those echoes could attract things like shadow entities, forgotten gods, um, and the newborn unnamed deity's attention, for example. So many other things too that could attract, but I'm just gonna leave it with those for now, just to be basic. Um, and these powerful casters, they become what's called cosmic landmarks because things start orbiting them. So that is that right there. I'm gonna go check on Little Bear. I'm gonna be right back, guys. Sorry about that, guys. I had to go take a child's temperature and check to see if it's strep throat. You know, those kinds of things. Yeah. So, but yeah. To the tree. Hello, Brenton. How are you, buddy? We got the High Priestess. Very nice. How are you, Brenton? Your party is here. Well, hello. How are you? I'm doing all right. Lyra, my dragon. I love it. Hi, Crystal. The party is coming in finally. Where have you guys been? I'm just kidding. I've been by myself, keeping myself entertained. I do this because I love you guys. But yeah, we are working on the magic portion of Val'Astryx. Watching Fallout, lol, sorry. It's okay, I kind of figured. So, a lot of this I feel like tonight, particularly in last week, is going to be just like a lot of my ideas. Because not everybody is wanting to build a world sometimes. So, which I get. It's very hard and taxing, but I do this because I felt like it would be fun for everybody. But my different of fun is probably a lot different than everybody else. But yes, so, everyday magic cost. So, we got to figure out too who regulates magic. And I'm going to say here, Thomas saw who's off tonight but works Friday morning. Oh, really? I see. So who regulates the magic is what we're going to do next. Magical consequence lock-in. I feel personally consequences from about the magic piece should be some kind of like emotional corruption with like a mix of social distrust in my eye. And that's what I think I'm going to make canon right there. So, emotional corruption. So what do I mean by emotional corruption? I went over it just a second ago. Let me see. I have my notes up. It's going to help me here. So like with an emotional cost, magic feeds on feeling, if you think about it. So repeated casting slowly flattens the emotional range. So like you'll see like veteran casters struggle to feel like any joy, grief, surprise. They kind of become calm, like too calm. And it's why that you see that some elder mages, not all, some elder mages feel like distant or eerie or hollow in an odd sense. And then physical, no, not physical, physical. Fate for social mistress. So basically, Xanax overdose that makes you numb. Hey, is that or I personally like the emotional corruption piece of it, but also the physical toll. Like if it's a low magic spell, there's things like fatigue, nosebleeds, tremors that would take place. Now, if it's like a higher magic, like some kind of mythic magic, it can is the key words, cause premature aging, something called arcane scarring, where visible veins of light or ash show up on the body. And then sometimes, if it's really, really bad, like organ failure. You're good with that? Okay. Now, magic is a roll of the dice, exactly. So you don't know what you're gonna get. You don't know if you're gonna get like an overdose of some kind, or if it's gonna be like, oh, just a nosebleed. So you don't know exactly what you're gonna get. Now, magic in society, I have questions for you guys. Who regulates the magic, who hunts it, and who profits from it? Now, I could do a poll for those that are watching. Magic is primarily controlled by, and you could do that. Or if you guys want to just shout out your answers in chat, you can do that as well. So, but yeah, so, excuse me. I like the fact that I added no one, and that's a problem kind of thing. I thought that was kind of funny. I was like, I'm going to add that. And then, of course, we have commands like magic wrong. So, like, oh, how did I describe it? Magic wrong, forbidden leak is forbidden magic. I was half asleep when I wrote this crap. And then arcane accident kind of thing. So, oh, good. I'm tired. And of course, the little bear's not feeling good tonight. He has a sore throat, he has a slight cough, and he has a low grade temp. And I'm not looking forward to seeing what this turns into tomorrow. If you get consumed by your magic use that corrupts you, and the necromancer king could profit. It could profit from that, yes. Excuse me. Oh. Oh, goodness. But yeah. So that's what I've been thinking about is, magic, I would say, is controlled by the state where they are. Like, I wouldn't say the state, but you know what I mean, the region. So, like, for example, Threnevar has the Rootbound Conclave, where they don't license the magic, they shepherd it. It's treated like an ecosystem. Casters are expected to give back. Tending ley lines, healing blighted groves, and serving sanctuaries like Ashwillow. So we need someone who would want to find you and corrupt you, and the ones who don't want you to be corrupted. Right. Oh, goodness. So if your magic harms the land or the community, the conclave will like intervene quietly. Exile, I guess, would be considered common, where execution is rare. They believe that magic is borrowed but never owned. So yeah. So that's what we have for Threnavar. For Thrisvale, of course, we have the Arcane Council, where magic is the infrastructure of Thrisvale. Of course, the casters have to be registered. Spells above a certain tier require a permit. Enchanted goods may be taxed. And guild magic is audited. They run magic, of course, like a utility company that's crossed with the stock exchange, I guess would be the best way to describe it. If you're powerful and compliant, you're protected. If you're powerful and unregistered, you're classified a destabilizing asset. I couldn't think of the word there. Kind of thing there. Oh, excuse me. If you're not registered to be a spy for the necromancer. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Oh my goodness. But yes, sorry. I'm having a hard time concentrating tonight. Blackweld, of course, they have the Emberlight Radiance. The magic is doctrine. Only sanctioned divine magic is considered pure, because remember, any other unsanctioned magic is considered heresy, or what they would call like wild casting without blessing. Punishments, of course, are called cleansings. They don't regulate magic; they purify it. Wild magic is fun. Yes, it is fun at times. We just can't be doing in Blackweld, though, Crystal. Unfortunately. What's this? Devil with a heart of iron. Nice. You know what I mean there. Um, but yeah, and then those who hunt magic would be things like the Ember Light, for example. If some risks are some risk are necessary scientific experiments, like the time that you expose Boggle to frigid woe by exploding the entire treasure room. She's like, that's one time. That's one time. Oh. Well, that's the first time I did something True, that is not, but still, in my campaign, that's one of the first. Oh, goodness. I still can't get enough of that. I thought that was so funny. Too bad I'm not able to clip it, though. I blew up my sister and knocked her out by accident. Nice. I think I remember you told me that story, I think. I can't remember. Um, but yeah, so the Emberlight Inquisitors, they track unsanctioned spell signatures. Their weapons are blessed to disrupt casting, and they leave scorched sigils where mages once stood. Most of our session because her character is clumsy like her. Nice. Oh my goodness. That's funny. That's where we learn to be specific in saying what we are doing. Exactly. Oh my goodness. Oh, oh goodness. Oh goodness. Um, another. So that was Blackwell. Thristvale. Um, they have arcane wardens. So think like bureaucratic bounty hunters. They confiscate grimoires, freeze ley notes, and detain casters for re-education. They prefer containment over killing. Prefer, of course, is the key word. Brr, I just get the chilies. Oh, excuse me, my nose. Oh, goodness. My nose. My carries me varying challenges not doing. I know, that's the one thing. Is I want you guys to be able to, but you have to, like, I don't want to say sneakily do magic. Just make sure that it's okay, I guess would be to do. I'm not sure if that would be the best way to put it, but you know what I mean. Like if you were in Blackworld, you'd have to ask for a blessing before you did the magic, kind of thing, you know? Um, and then another example that I have, I want the challenge, is a shadowbound collectors. These don't answer to governments. They hunt powerful casters for parts. Blood, memories, spell cores, fate echoes. Some sell to cultists, some to merchant guilds, some to things they don't have names yet for. They are the reason missing mages become rumors instead of funerals. do 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 do. Da, 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 da. Bum, 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 bum. Yes. Then there's the Root Wardens from Threnavar. They're rare yet gentle, but terrifying when necessary. They don't hunt people, they hunt in balance. If a caster is tearing apart reality, the Root Wardens arrive with binding vines and memory salves. They leave offerings afterwards. Always.
What's up?
What?
I want a hug.
Want a hug? I'm streaming right now.
Oh. Hi, people. Mama.
What?
We're trying to yeet us to the Maximus the Villageress in the minecarts.
Yes, well, you need a shower.
I know, I'm going to.
Go now because you're going to bed in 12 minutes. Crystal says hi.
Hi.
He says hi. He needs to take his stanky butt. Go get clean. He's no reaction. No reaction from him whatsoever. Love it. But yeah, no, he's growing like a friggin' weed, dude. I will say that right now. It's crazy. But anyways, people that make a profit from magic are, for example, merchant guilds, especially in Thrysvale. Oh God, Thrysvale. Oh yeah, he is taller. Yeah, he is. He's getting tall. He's as tall as I am, dude. So the merchant guilds, okay, they control the enchanted transport, the healing contracts, spell. I know, it hurt. Spell components, artifact insurance, mage employment, pipelines. They turn magic into quarterly reports. They don't care about the gods, they care about margins. Excuse me. Another, of course, will be noble houses, old bloodlines that hoard all the relics. Some families will literally fund wars using their heirloom spells. And magic contracts often include magical dowries. Blackwell's Radiance, they profit. Oh, he's a corporate monster somewhere. Exactly. They profit spiritually and materially. Pilgrimage fees, blessing taxes, purification rites. Faith is monetized. Heresy is billable. Can't speak. Shadow networks, they deal in forbidden things. God fragments, ashbound relics, memory vials, living spell cores. They profit off what polite society pretends doesn't exist. And then sanctuaries, which are Threnavar and Ashwillow, they don't sell magic. They trade it for protection, food, silence. Because sometimes survival is its own economy. So pretty much here's the truth that you guys are going to be feeling is magic is governed by philosophy, not law. Power attracts the hunters. Every spell feeds an economy. And in Val'Astryx, regulators want stability. Hunters want control. Profiteers want leverage. And your party, they're walking magical liabilities with opinions. Which is exactly how legends begin. This is how Juniper lives. Survival's priority. That's funny. goodness. Oh goodness. Ouch. All right. And now I think it's about that time that we're going to take a little bit of a breaky poo to go over. I just got to go mull some things. Plus, I need to step away, go check on the kiddos, get them start ready for bed in a few minutes here. But yeah, this is what we're planning on doing. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. All right, Ad is back. We are back, guys. All right, I am gonna go and take a quick BRB. It's getting close to the kids' bedtime, and I gotta go check on Munchkin because Little Bear is not feeling too hot tonight. Little Bear is got a sore throat going on, with a cough, no stuffy nose yet, or anything. And he's got a low grade fever going on. So I'm gonna be right back. I'll have you guys enjoy the music, and I will be right back, okay? Thank you so much, Crystal, for getting coffee and cookie. I do appreciate it. I am almost done. The littlest bear just crawled into bed, and he says good night, even though he's not feeling well. And then the big munchkin is the big little bear. I call him the big little bear, Charlie. That's what I call him. He's getting ready for bed right now, so. But little bear is not feeling too hot. He's got a very bad sore throat. He's got a cough starting and a low-grade fever. So that's what's going on right now. So yeah, so I'm just waiting for that low-grade fever to go into like full-blown fever mode. And I gotta let work know what's going on. I'll probably do that first thing in the morning. So, hold on a minute. All right, I'm back. Okay. Man, I don't know what it is about kids and with bedtime. I swear to God. But they're in bed. All right. Whew. So the next is the gods pantheon. We're going to be creating gods that cause stories, not safety. Let's see. Oh God, I almost flipped my notebook. Oh, excuse me. And I thought of a couple here, personally, because I didn't know I didn't know what was the plan tonight. I just throw these together and just hope that it runs good. But yeah, I'm just getting my notes up here. I just got to reply to a quick thing here. All right, let's see. So yeah, so essentially we're looking to make gods that tilt the table instead of protect it. They don't grant comfort, they grant consequences. Each one that we're going to provide tonight, and we're going to do at least 3 to start, and if we want to expand, we can. But each one exists to generate choices, fractures, miracles, betrayals, and some, well, you kind of like that escalated quickly. Oh boy. So yeah, so we have one called Isarin, who is considered the unfinished flame. There's change, ruin. He's kind of around like the reinvention. Titles whispered throughout the realm. And it's actually a female, so it's a goddess. She is the unfinished flame. I can't read apparently tonight. And so she's considered the Ash Mother or the matron of last chances. So Saren feels like she's standing in warm ashes after something precious burned. She carries grief and hope that hurts and growth that cost. Her presence is felt during cities rebuilding after catastrophe, people that are reinventing themselves too late, and revolutions that succeed but destroy something beloved. She doesn't save worlds. She teaches them how to survive their own collapse. Her followers often struggle with things like survivor's guilt, reckless reinvention, burning bridges, for the greater good. Aetherin blesses those willing to lose something important. And her symbol is kind of like a cracked flame rising from a broken circle, and its core is shaped like a teardropped ember, if that makes sense. So let me see if I can find the image that I created. Matron. What I said, matron. Oh god. Oh god. Matron of last chances. So let's see. We're going to try and figure it out here. I have too many things saved. I have like screenshots and images and stuff saved for just this campaign alone. It's ridiculous. So I kind of envisioned it to be something different, but I'll enclose the picture of what I think her symbol shows. I'll do that in Discord. So with the visual like motifs of that symbol, there's like scorched petals, glowing fractures in the stone, so like orangey red kind of thing. There's phoenix feathers mixed with the ashes and firelight reflecting and like shattered glass kind of thing. So when you see stuff like that, oh hey, it's a Saren. Clerics, if a Saren, often carry charred tokens of their former lives, old rings, burnt letters, melted keys, things of that nature. So that's what I think of it. Kind of action there. Another is one called the Keeper of Quiet Choices, known as Velkin Thray. He's known as the Lantern Between. If you think like domain concepts, it's about like secrets and mercy, regret, hidden paths. He's one that lives in hesitation, doors that are almost opened, and apologies that come too late, kind of thing, is his emotional vibe. His influence appears, of course, during campaign when it comes to the moral crossroads. There's secret betrayals taking place, quiet acts of compassion that no one witnesses, and decisions that haunt people years later. And of course, he's not one to judge, but he remembers. And those touched by Falcon tend to become confessors, spies like who hate who they are, healers that have unbearable weight to carry emotionally. Excuse me. And then archivist of like the forbidden truths. Of course, he's loved or beloved by informants, midwives, and dying kings. That's not what I wanted. This right here. But yeah, so his symbol would be something like a hooded lantern with no visible flame. It's light implied by shadow. Can I help you? Hi, baby. Can I help you, Bubbles? Can I sneak over here? Hey. Can I help you? Random. Hey, excuse you. No. Get. You don't need to be up here, little girl. Hello, Mel. How are you? Thank you so much for redeeming. We're discussing the gods now. Random. Can I help you, Bubbles? Hi, Bubbles. What you doing? Are you sniffing things that are not yours to be sniffed? You say hello to everybody? My little parrot. My heavy parrot, that is. Hey, hon, I'll be lurking. I was doing early stream 90 Go Feed Z. Yeah, I saw that. Fallout, were you playing? Playing some Fallout? That's awesome. But go ahead, go take care of the child. One of my children is coming down with something, so I'm just, at this point, I'm just over it. But even though you didn't raid me or anything, and you're my best, one of my besties, my main bestie, let's go give a shout out to Blazer Mel. And why does that not work on yours, Mel? She was playing Fallout, so let's go ahead and give her some love there. I'll also include, that is a weird looking thing there. That's cute. I know, the bat is my favorite. I love it. It's my favorite I call it my new favorite toy. But yeah, we're creating the gods tonight. We're only starting out with 3 because of start a campaign. Love you too, Mal. But yeah, so Little Bear's sick, most likely, with either a cold, strep throat, or starts the flu. I'm not looking forward to either one of those 3. But then, of course, we need to know if the gods are distant, active, silent but watching, or they're lying about something, guys. Kind of thing. So that's what we need to figure out. Now, we do need to know if Asrin. Asrin. I'm trying to pronounce her name. I wrote her name and trying to pronounce it the best that I can. It's not going great for me. But Asrin is the first god. And she's the matron of last chances. So are we going to be trusting these gods? Yes, no, absolutely not. Totally up to you guys. But of course, I confirm and make things canon, you know, because I'm the DM. Oh no, that's not what I wanted. Yes, delete that. That's my DM thingy. That's my DM thingy for Dungeons and Dragons stream. No, oh my god, I clicked on the wrong one again. What the frick? I need this here. Oh my god, why do I have two of them? I don't care. I don't know. I give up. I give up. I give up. Oh Jesus, that is way too big. That's not what I wanted to do. There we go. Mama Bear Gaming GM. Duh, duh, duh. But yes, so there's Ersrin. Ersern. She is the matron of last chances. We have Velkin, or Velkin Thray. And then I have Kylith. Or Kalith Thorn. The Fracture Below. She is the Devourer of Certainty. Her emotional vibe is of what happens when reality blinks. They're not evil. They're too honest. And she represents they represent the moment someone realizes their empire is built on rot. Their memories are not real. The world is smaller than they thought. And their god lied to them. Followers experience prophetic nightmares, spatial distortions, invasive insight. She doesn't destroy civilizations directly. They introduce knowledge that civilizations cannot survive. This, of course, is perfect for things like corrupted holy orders, or a slow burn cosmic horror beneath cozy towns. Her symbol imagery is like a split eclipse with an eye opening in like the negative space kind of thing. Visual motifs, if you think about it with your imagination, like veins of starlight, black halos behind silhouettes, cultists that worship this deity. They wear broken masks and carve star-shaped scars into their palms. So, I'm gonna try and draw it if I can. Not on my hand, but I wanted to, but it's not gonna work. I'll figure it out. But yes, so... Excuse me. So sorry, guys. Sorry. Da 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 da. fracture below. So let's get that created.
It's time for bed.
Jesus, Alexa, you scared me. Now, these do work, hopefully work for campaign, because they'll create morally complicated quests. They justify disasters, revolutions, betrayals. They empower the NPCs with dangerous motivations. And they provide divine influence when removing that aspect with the players. They don't solve problems, of course. They start the arcs of the stories. And then, of course, they have like secret temples and places. There's that. Let's see. But yeah, so that's pretty much what we're doing right now. It's just getting the final pieces put together. The Matron of Last Chances. And then like I'll go back real quick with the one flaw because I'm just looking at what I'm trying to describe to you guys. So for Isherin, the Matron of Last Chances, she's considered like a chaotic neutral, which is like my favorite type to play, my favorite alignment. One of her divine flaws is that she cannot refuse anyone who is truly repentant, even when granting mercy will doom the others. And then Val'Astryx, he's a neutral. He never intervenes directly as one of his flaws, even when he knows or they know catastrophe is coming. And then the final one, of course. Oh, we changed the name. That's right. It's not Caliph. I scratched that out. It is Val'Astryx. And she doesn't rule fate. She tangles with it. She's also chaotic. She also tends to be chaotic neutral, but leaning towards more of the chaotic, more of the regular neutral. So she's in between. One of her flaws is that she delights too much in unintended outcomes, and she sometimes engineers situations. I'm back now. Zephyr wanted to play in the little ice and snow we have. Oh, the baby. The sweet baby. I was just talking about the gods there, Crystal. And I'll go through them in a second. I don't know if you were listening. But yeah. But Val'Astryx, she delights too much in unintended outcomes and sometimes engineers situations purely to see what breaks. Her followers believe every choice echoes, and her enemies call her the goddess of ruinous coincidences. I like her. She's one of my favorites right here, personally, especially when she engineers situations that is going to cause something to surely break in campaign. The other two we have is Velkin. He is oppressive stillness. He's neutral. He secrets thresholds, unspoken truths beyond. His one divine flaw, he never intervenes directly, even when he knows catastrophe is coming. Excuse me. And then we also have Ershin. There we go. Ershin. It took me a few times, but I got it. She's considered chaotic neutral. We all like a chaotic neutral god or goddess, you know? She is considered like mercy at the edge, final choices, the redemption through the fire. Her one divine flaw. She cannot refuse anyone who is truly repentant, even when granting mercy can doom others involved. You know? Kind of thing. So that's what we've got so far. That's the 3 that I've come up with. Have anyone thought of like any like types of a god or goddess that you would like to see? If you know what I mean. You guys think of anything of that nature? Is the sweet little Zephyr baby wiped out from playing in the snow? He is. That's good. He's a little tired out bug. Yeah. That's good. We should create a god named after Zephyr. Zephyres or something. And he is like the god of something. How epic would that be? Because I have my cats. The names of my cats are who run the Cat Cafe and Ash Willow in Threnifar. We got to. Yes, she says there is a god. Zephyr Mail. Zephyr Mail. I got Zephyr Mail. I'm sorry. Zephyr's like the boy cat that I always wanted. Oh, he is so freaking cute. Oh, my heart. My heart cannot take it, girl. But yes, so we are canonizing together that Zephyr is going to be a god in campaign. Zephyrs or something like that. Zephyrez. He answers to where's my baby now? Oh, where's my baby? That's so cute, though. Where's my baby? Yes, I do that to Sybil, and she'll come up. If I'm lying in bed, particularly, Sybil will come up and, like, I'll have, like, my arm in a crook like this, and she'll just lay down, like, right here. Zephyr. A minute. What about Zephyros? Zephyros? Like that? Zephyros. What is Zephyros the god of? Or what should he be the god of? I don't know if he could be all like no, because we gotta kind of keep it neutral in a sense. Oh, I got a surprise for you too. Give me 1 second. I got a surprise. I got a surprise. I just need to finish it here. I meant to finish it before stream, but I did something. Food. He is always wanting food. So he could be like the god of like harvest or something. Yes, that matches his golden happy self. Yes. All right, you're gonna love this. You're gonna love this. Give me 2 seconds. I just need to finish this up real quick. It's a new command that I'm working on. And I'm spelling Zephyr the right way. I'm hoping for the name Zephyr. And I'm putting it so that I know where it came from in my notes. Even though I know where it came from, but still. But he is the god of harvest. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. I got something here. You're gonna, I hope you love this as much as I love this. I hope you love this. I did a thing. I started it and I didn't finish it last night. But this is because we were talking about this. And I have a Zephyr shout out now. Because he's my other baby. Technically. Long distance boyfriend energy. What do you think, Crystal? Crystal, what do you think? I did something for Zephyr. I know. I was like, both of my cats have it. And then, of course, he's Sybil's long distance boyfriend. And everything. A gremlin posture. He does remind me of a gremlin from time to time. And we recognize him as community cat adjacent because you're one of my main mods. And I was like, I gotta do something special. Because Zephyr is like my baby long distance. One of my babies long distance. You know. I was like, oh, I gotta finish this. I meant to save it and everything. I had it. I'm like, why do I have 2 mix-it-ups open? And I'm like, oh, that's what I was doing before I got distracted because a stream had to start. Let's see. Create. Love distractions. I know, right? Harvest. Zephyrus. Oh. I know. He's the keeper of the final sheaf. Every harvest collects more than crops. titles whispered in Val'Astryx. He's the Lord of Yield, he who tallies what remains. His domain concept, I am thinking of harvest, cycles of gain and loss. He governs what is gathered and what is left behind. He does not care what is intended to plant, only when you manage to reap. He is invoked, I was going to say, by farmers, battlefield scavengers, midwives is another one I was thinking. I don't know why. Why did I think midwives all of a sudden? Probably victories. I don't know. And if a CERN offers one last chance, Zephyros asks, and what did you do with the chances you already had? So kind of like them two will go like in one kind of thing. So like our CERN will offer the one last chance, and then Zephyros will ask, well, what did you do with what we already gave you? Kind of thing. Oh. He is also a true neutral. I'm thinking about this right now. He does not favor mercy or cruelty, only balance, with a little chaos, because Zephyr let chaos reign. Let chaos reign, my boy. His one divine flaw is he cannot distinguish between willing sacrifice and forced loss. To him, all yield is yield, meaning laborers that are exploited and heroic martyrs are tallied equally, in a sense. Entire villages can be successfully harvested by something like famine or conquest, and Zephyros will still mark the season as complete. And then, of course, he will have his priest that constantly struggle with this. He is sweet, but always yes. I was thinking on stories, maybe. It could be like you guys as the player adventurers is what we'll be most likely calling you guys, of course. I don't know yet. So there may be like a ledger of his that you guys discover like names in. In like his ledger kind of thing, but it's left blank. So you would also pray to Zephyros. Something is a saying like you don't pray to Zephyros for food, you just pray that he doesn't take more, essentially. So lore hooks could be oh, so this is an interesting, I was thinking about this earlier. I'm gonna change things around because of this now. I'm thinking an optional chaos lore, like a lore hook for campaign. But Zephyros is believed to bargain secretly with Aircern and Velkin. Where Aircern grants last chances, Velkin's remembers what was promised, and Zephyros collects whatever comes after. Together they form what mystics call the accounting of ash and seed, or something of that nature. I love it. Zephyr's frolicking in the snow, earning his title as community cat regent with that long distance boyfriend energy and gremlin charm. Mama Bear's crafting worlds while we adore this golden food loving feline. Don't forget ad break incoming. Support the Cozy Chaos with the wishlist peak or just your enchanting presence. So nice. I love it. I love it. Oh, let's see. Excuse me, but I do like that accounting. But yes. Can these gods be trusted? I hope so. Let's see. Oh boy. It's finishing now. Okay, cool. Cool. Sorry, I got distracted for a second. My bad. I got really distracted tonight. I can't help it. I don't know what's wrong with me tonight. I just can't seem to focus for the life of me, you know? How that is sometimes, guys. But yeah. So, we have everybody's name, their alignment, their one flaw. Can these gods be trusted? Yes, no, absolutely not. Let's go. Let's see. I'll do... Oh, excuse me. Start poll. Maybe. It is a flip-flop thing. Yeah. I'm putting a poll up for everybody. They want to vote. Oh, yes. So, can we trust them or not? I didn't really think to put in like a maybe or anything, so I didn't think about adding a maybe because it could be a flip-flop kind of thing. You know. Oh. But yeah. I would say it would probably be a maybe as well. And a yes. Maybe, yes, maybe, maybe. To an extent, yeah. Exactly. To an extent, you know? Oh, the babies. Oh, who's singing this one? I'm curious. Oh, this is a good song. I like this one. To an extent, yes, the gods can be trusted. Okay, guys. All right, one of the final topics we're going to cover tonight is forbidden power and divine secrets. What miracle has failed? What god is missing? Or what spell was erased? We need to summarize. I have channel point redemptions. I have new ones. So you guys can create a forbidden spell. It's called Arcane Line Cross. Chat gets to collaboratively name. I'm dying here. I was trying to take a picture of Zephyr, and Thomas pulled up his blanket over his chest, said, "Stop trying." Stop trying to take a pic of my nipples. That's funny. Oh, God. Crystal. That's funny. Oh, my God. But yes, so I have a channel point redemption called Arcane Line Cross. Shake my head, he's always this way. So, Arcane Line Cross, pretty much chat gets to collaboratively name and define a forbidden spell. I need to have spell name, the core effect, etc. All that fun stuff. All that fun shush. The next one I created tonight was... Where'd it go? Where did it go? Arcane Crossed. The gods broke the world. Chat declares a past divine action that permanently damaged reality. And then faith.exe has stopped. Chat exposes a long-standing religious lie. The only thing that I do ask that it's not canon to anything that is modern day religion right now. So yeah, so let me see, what would his thing be like? Okay. Okay, let's see. I want to take a look and see what this looks like. This is probably going to look so cool. I hope so. Oh, that's cool looking. I like that. I think that looks cool. Let me see. Let's see. I want to rename this. And I'm going to move you to this folder. Move you to that folder. What's this one? No, I don't want to do that. What's this? Well, I don't want to keep clicking on the other one. Let's see. What's this? Calith. It's Malith, I believe, now. How did I describe it? Bear with me for a second. Let's see. No, get out of there. I need this here. Oh no, that's not the one I wanted. We want to remove this. Delete that. Let me see. Let's see. Oh, it's Val'Astryx. There we go. I couldn't think of the name. I know it was like male something. Alright, we're gonna move you here. I'm just moving stuff into like my projects and everything that I have currently going. What is this? Ah, I know what this is. Okay, let's see. Move you to here. And then need to figure out. I could think of a couple of things. I'm trying to figure. Oh, that sounds like interesting. There's a miracle that failed. called, I put the Mercy of Returning Dawn. And then we have a god. He is called Ilraeth. Ilraeth, who is the keeper of continuance. He, of course, governed in between moments. So like the pause between breaths, the space between heartbeats kind of thing. And when Returning Dawn failed, they vanished. There's that there. And then the spell was erased. I have Sanctum Recall. It is a 9th level ritual spell that allows a willing creature to be recalled to a place of emotional safety upon death or catastrophic harm. It's not resurrection, not teleportation. It returns you to where you truly belong. Whether it's your childhood home, your bonded grove, your first tavern job, and your found family's hearth. It requires consent, emotional anchoring, and a personal sanctuary. After the failed miracle, the spell was removed from reality. It was not banned, not forgotten, just simply unwritten. Spellbooks that contained it went blank. Scrolls that had it turned to ash. Even the divine records lost the syntax. So that's what I have listed. I don't know if you guys are into that there. And then let's see. And I think I have another choice as well. I think so. I can't quite remember off the top of my head. I think I also had the Miracle That Failed. I had another one called the Concord of Names. Essentially, I have, and I quote, long ago, the gods attempted a miracle meant to stabilize Val'Astryx by doing something radical. They tried to true name the world, not rename it, not bless it. They attempted to lock reality into a single unified identity so history, magic, memory, and fate would finally agree with each other. The ritual was called the Concord of Names. The idea was simple. If everything shared one true name, nothing could fracture and get. Instead, the name shattered not audibly, not explosively, conceptually. Pieces of the world kept different versions of themselves. So it kind of desynced. And the god who's missing, we have Valorin, who's the archivist of what was. So he's like the mastered record of existence. He's a god of continuity of truth. He keeps track of what actually happened, which memories are real, what timelines mattered, and which stories were lies that became powerful. They don't judge, but it's cataloged. During the Concord of Names, Valorin absorbed the backlash. Every conflicting version of reality collapsed through them at once. They didn't die. They were overwritten. Their divine archive fragmented across Val'Astryx, scattering into Things like the living libraries that whisper at night, sentient ruins that remember too much, people born with memories of events they never lived, and objects that know their own past lives. Without him, history is no longer authoritative. Authoritative. Prophecy is unreliable. Records rot spiritually, even when preserved physically, and some truths simply fall out of the sky. So priests still play to Valoran. Nothing happens, of course. They don't get answers, and something almost does want to answer. The spell that was erased, I have what's called Anchor of the First Moment. This was a legendary ritual that lets mortals bind themselves to a defining moment in their life. The first time they felt safe, the moment they chose who they were, the instant they stopped running. Once anchored, the caster gained a painful effect, and when reality shifted, planes collided, meaning different planes of the world, different worlds collided, and magic catastrophes occurred. They would remain themselves, not immune to damage, immune to being rewritten, and after the Concord failed, that spell vanished. Kind of thing there, so but as I do try to recast the spell and everything, people change more easily under the magical influence. Villains rewrite identities instead of killing enemies. Survivors sometimes forget who they were before disasters. And entire villages adapt to horrors they should have resisted. Heroes don't just fight monsters, they fight erosion of self, is essentially what I have listed. So yeah, so I have all of that listed there. So yeah, but what do you guys think? You think that that's good enough? I think that this is the last slide, and I think we're ending it kind of early tonight. In all honesty. Let's see. Yeah, this is the last one. So tonight, of course, we define power. Next time, we decide who wants it badly enough to burn the world. So next week, we're going to decide on factions, cultists, monsters, things that are, worshipped incorrectly. Check out on Discord for the summary from sessions 1 through 4. They are in my Discord. For those that don't know where to find my Discord, it just showed up in the timer. There'd be a Discord poll on which god would scare you the most, and some kind of Discord recap in there. We're just going to go ahead and canon lock everything there, and we're also going to... shiitake mushrooms. We're also going to end stream here. I'm tired tonight. Little Bear's not feeling great, so I gotta be alert and ready for him there. So we're gonna go find a raid. Thank you to everyone that came out tonight to watch, participate, and have some fun with this. Thank you to Mel for popping in. Thank you to Crystal for hanging out with me. I greatly appreciate you so much. Let's go ahead and find a raid, see if anybody's on right now. Oh, let's see. Let's see. Let's go. Cryptic right now is doing some Dungeons and Dragons actually. Episode 1, the Flint and Facet. So there's that there. We have Mr. Soul. And then Mirtogs. Let's see. Not a whole lot. Ooh, oh nope. I know what's going on. Oh, of course she's in a BRB. She is a bee in a BRB. Let's see. Let's see. I think I know who we're going to go raid here in a second. I normally don't raid them because we are on like the same amount of time. Let's see. I think that's who we're going to do. I think that's what we're going to do. Yeah, so I think what we're going to do is we're just going to go pop in and raid. We're going to go raid Kelly's kitties, for crying out loud. Let's go raid Kelly. I don't raid Kelly often. She is awesome. She is a variety content creator and does a lot of stuff about cats. Like tonight, she is doing Miniko's Night Market. I hope I'm saying that correctly. But let's go ahead, right on over to Kelly. I will see you guys tomorrow's Thursday. What am I doing Thursday? I can tell you. 1 second, please hold. Thursday. Will open for me. Come on. Thursday, we're going into RuneScape Dragonwild. So I'll see you 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for some RuneScape Dragonwilds. So yeah, so let's go give Kelly's Kitties the raid. I will see you guys all tomorrow for some fun times in RuneScape Dragonwilds. Until then, I am Mama Bear Gaming. I hope you guys have a wonderful night. Let's go raid, and I will see you guys later. Have a good night. See you later. Good night. Love you guys so much. Bye-bye.